What's up YouTube, Cunningham Cichlids back with another video. Working on a tank. Things did not go as planned, so we have to change gears. So I want to show you guys a little bit of what we're doing. Now that I finally got an off weekend from shows, we're moving some fish around, trying to take care of some open projects that we have in the fish room. Some things we've been wanting to take care of for a little while. So come along as we do that. Alright, so one of the projects I wanted to do for a little while, I sold one of my tanks upstairs, a 75 gallon upstairs that had this nice tree trunk background in it from Universal Rocks. Couldn't let this go to waste, so we wanted to reuse it. We were able to obtain a really nice pair of red Severums here. Really nice. So they were in this 120 here on top, and I said, oh, this tank could look pretty cool. Let's put the tree trunk background in there and then put these guys with some driftwood, you know, and put the Severums back in the tank. But come to find out, I did all this. I tore the tank down. I tore this rocky background out from Universal Rocks. I had the tree trunk background in there. But because I use the Cunningham Title 110 filters on a lot of my bigger tanks, and I like to over filter some of my 100-gallon tanks are bigger. So I use box filters. There's one I put back in there to try and clear it up a little bit. But I want to put my Title 110s back on here. Well, I can't because of this piece right here. So the tree trunk came out to about here, and then the filter I tried to put on there. When I had it upstairs, I had to alter the background a little bit because I had to cut a little bit here. So I was trying to put the filter back over that. Well, and what it did is it left about this much of the filter was over that glass lip, that brace, the glass brace. So obviously that's not going to work, but we still want to use this background. We still want to get these fish in there because I think they look awesome behind it. Got some slate to maybe try and breed these guys. There's a really nice male there. I'll turn the light on. These guys, I just moved them this morning into this tank, but I mean, there's the male. Really nice fish. There's the female back there. So we really want to work with these guys. Buddy of mine, fish keeper, was breaking down a tank, asked if I wanted a pair of Severums. I'm like, sure, I've never bred them, and he was nice enough to bring them over to me. So I really want to showcase them in the fish room. So in order to do that, I thought this background would be a great way to do that. So since it did not work in the top tank, we are going to redo it in the bottom tank. So down here I got some fluorescent peacocks that I'm going to move up there. And then we'll try and get the tree trunk background in this bottom tank here and then set it up. So come along as we continue to work on this project. So we had some fluorescents in the bottom tank. Those are finally moved all up to the top tank. We got the decor and the Universal Rocks background that we took out back in there, and the rocks and plants back in with the fish. So we're gonna put the Cunningham Title 110 filters back on this tank. We're gonna fill it up and get that running at least for these guys while we continue to strip down the tank on the bottom and try and get this this fun tree trunk background in the bottom tank. Alright, so fluorescents are in the top tank. Finally was able to get this in here. Man, what a job. Let's try not to. This tank is a custom 110 that was built by Great Lakes Aquarium when they were in business here in Michigan, and what they did is they used two pieces here and molded it together to make the center brace. So obviously this keeps your the center brace keeps your tank from bowing front to back. It's really hard to get this background in and not, you know, this brace was up here, you know, bending even more than this, trying not to break it apart because you really, you know, you need the brace for the support. But finally got the background in there. So we're going to continue working and get the Severums in a new home. Alright, so that's coming back together. We got the titles back on. Unfortunately, the corner is the only spot, like I said, with the roots when I showed you when the background out of the tank. I had to cut that to fit the title, so that's the only spot I can put that in the corner. Do got a little bit more flexibility with this one though. I can slide it back and forth, but it's good in that position there. So we got the lids going back on. We're gonna fix the sand a little bit. We got some mahogany wood we're gonna put in there. Also over here, a piece of driftwood and some other stuff. We're gonna set this tank back up and put some fake plants back into the course and get it ready and hopefully get the Severums back in here in a couple hours. Alright, so we're gonna tank filled up. There's a piece of driftwood we put in there, and then mahogany wood. Sorry if I can't pronounce that properly, but we're gonna get the filters running. We're gonna let this tank clear up for a little bit, and then we'll finish, maybe come back and put some plants in there, and then get the Severums moved back. Alright, tank's a little cloudy. We just finished putting some plants in there, but we're gonna go ahead and get the Severums back in their tank for the night, and then we'll come back and show you the tank once it's all cleaned up, cleared up. But let's go ahead and move these big boys and girls out of here, and then drop them over there. Here's the male. See if we can't get him really quick. Yep, there we go. All right, let's move him over here. Let him go in his new home. There he goes. And let's go get the girl. Let's get her out. She's back here. Show her around a little bit. See if we can't get her to move some. There we go. There we go. All right. Let's put her new home over here too. Okay, out of the net you go. All right. All right. So now these guys are all in their new home. So we'll come back when it's cleared up and show you the final version of the tank here. Alright, so it's the next day. Here's the Severum tank. Pretty much cleared up. So there's a nice big male. He's hanging out. They're really enjoying this tank. There's the female back there. They've been going in and around the slate. I'm hoping maybe that's maybe they'll breed on that eventually. But really liking the way this tank turned out with the plants and the great universal rocks tree trunk background, sorry. So we'll zoom in here. Yeah, I mean, it's a great tank. Yesterday they were out and about pretty good, probably more than they have been. So I think this tank's gonna really make them feel comfortable, given the decor and the more natural biotype look of where they come from. So I'm hoping they really enjoy it, and I'm hoping we get some breeding action here in the near future out of these guys. So this is a fun little project, just one of many that need to be done. If you have fish rooms, you know what I'm talking about. There's always fish to move, something to do, tanks to clean. You know, it's never ending story with the fish room and fish tanks, and trying to keep them up and, you know, keep everybody healthy and active. And with that, we're gonna let these guys be, and probably do another video here, maybe update on them if they spawn or whatnot. Obviously I'll come back and do a little video and provide an update on them. So with that, thanks for watching. Thanks to everybody that supports my channel, really appreciate it. Sorry I've been absent for a while, but we're gonna rectify that, and we're gonna start pumping out some videos more frequently for you guys. So if you haven't, please subscribe, like, share the video, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook. We've been doing a lot of traveling, a lot of events we've been going to around here, and still more we're signed up for, so stay tuned.